Hi everyone, my name is Angela from Angela Stitches and welcome back to my channel. So it is Tuesday morning and after uploading my stitching vlog last night, I continued to stitch on my Christmas Star Angel. So I came down to her dress with this blue and I really love this color. I believe it's DMC 796 and I really love that color. I think this dress is going to be stunning with the gold krennic and the beads. So I'm super excited about that. So I also just got my order of Krennics. It came this morning. The delivery and shipping services are insane in Korea. I placed my order yesterday around 5 p.m. I think, and it just came this morning. But I'm sure it's because we have less ground to cover. But let me show you the Krennics. So I got some beads because I was out of the silver beads, and I also got this gold metallic ribbon. So I'm assuming this is gonna be on this area. It like hangs from her hands. And I also got the called for 4 different colors of Krennics. And one of them is actually not the actual color that's called for this design. I think it was either the gold or the silver. I can't remember which one exactly, but it was very similar, so I don't mind it at all. And I really like these 2 colors. Look how dark and sparkly they are. And it's also very colorful at the same time, so I love it. So I'll be using these today. And also last night I put in some stitches on Oliver and I converted the 3 colors to DMC and stitching this 1/2 on 32 count because it was designed that way. I think it gives that primitive look. So I'm stitching 1/2 and this is 32 count linen in dirty by Zweigart. And I actually boiled this fabric in hot water to shrink it a little bit. And also I'm using Anchor Black for this. What I like about this is that certain areas are stitched with 2 strands, so it gives dimension to a very simple design. I think you could probably tell, like the eyes and his nose are a little darker, but it's stitched with the same color, but only with 2 strands instead of one, like in this area. So I really like this piece, and I really like that effect. So I'll be working on this a little bit more tonight. And along with my Krennics, I also got my 2 fabrics. So I got the Zweigart Even Weave in Ivory 32 count for my spring sampler. So this is what it looks like. And I have everything to start this now because it's a kit. And I don't stitch on Ada, so I'll do another giveaway later when I'm able to mail things out along with some other goodies. So it looks like I'll be starting this pretty soon. And then this piece of fabric is actually for my Mania starts. So it is a 40 count vintage Newcastle Country Mocha. And it has some nice modeling on it. And it's actually a printed fabric, so it has nothing on the other side. And I got this as a replacement for my first option. A much more affordable replacement, I think. So this is 40 count ale by Picture This Plus. And it's a lot darker than the Country Mocha. So I already talked about this in my previous videos, but I'm going to start all 12 of the Heirloom series by Brooks Books. And I kind of like ale because it's darker, but Country Mocha isn't bad either. So I think I'll just go with the Country Mocha because it's a lot cheaper. And I think I might be able to fit at least 6 of these in this fabric. So I'm gonna just check real quick. So some designs are squares and some designs are rectangles. So it's going to be about 3 inches by 3 inches and 3 inches by 4 inches. So I think I could fit one design per this one of these folded areas. So let's see. I think I have enough to fit 8 designs in this fabric. So I'm gonna have to get another piece of this to get all 12 of them started. So I'll do that later. I'll order another fabric maybe next week or something when I have more things to order. I'm gonna see if I have all of the DMCs. And because I'm stitching this on a 40 count, I converted the beads into the smaller ones. So the ones that starts with the number 4 in the beginning are the smaller sized beads, and the rest of the numbers behind it is going to be the same for each color. So if you ever want to convert the sizes, just check what number it starts with, then you can change the sizes. Sometimes you could even tell if it's opaque or transparent by the numbers. I don't know all of the numbers, but I really like that system. It makes converting much easier, I think. So yeah, I'm going to do some other work now, and I'll come back later to check in if I have any stitchy related stuff to show you. So I didn't really do anything else today other than just cross stitching. I was actually planning on making some jewelry pieces, but then I just didn't really feel like making anything new. So I just ended up cleaning my room and just spent time cross stitching and reorganized my stash. And just like, I guess unintentionally did some spring cleaning. So when I was organizing my stash, I actually found some charts that I got months ago that I kind of forgot about. And now that I saw them, or found them, I kind of want to start them, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until I get my whips down to like 10. So, yeah, so today I worked on two projects and I finished both of the Weeping Willows here, and I'm super happy with it. I think it looks really good. It was all backstitching, so that went pretty fast. And now I need to come down here and fill in the empty spaces down here. It's like fully stitched, so I feel like this might take a while. And what else to tell you? Oh, I always forget what this fabric is, so I'll put it up on the screen here. I think it's a R&R reproduction fabric, and every time I show this project, someone always asks me what this fabric is because I always forget to mention it in my videos. And I look it up every time and reply to the comments, but I could never remember it. So I'm gonna have to look it up again and I'll have it on the screen here later when I put this video together. And then I also worked on this a little bit because I got my Krenix today. I really wanted to fill in her hair, so I did that, and it's so pretty. I can't believe I waited 2 years to work on this. All of my Brooks Books perforated paper projects where Mania starts in 2018. So let me bring this up close so that you could see the sparkliness of the Krennic. It's really pretty. I really love it. So it's this Krennic, and if you look at this closely, it's black metallic with blue and gold mixed in, almost like confetti. So it's really, really pretty. So it also goes really well with her hair and her dress and the gold accents that's gonna be added later when I put this together, like the decorations. Um, yeah, Brooks Books, the designer, she's like really good with colors, and I really appreciate the attention to details in her projects. I think that's why I really like her projects. Um, and I also finished her chest area and worked down to the side of the dress with this electric blue color. So yeah, so this was Christmas Star or Spirit of Christmas Star. And then because it's the last day of March, I checked the Linen and Threads website to see if part 4 for April has come out, and it did. So this is what it looks like. Um, and I think this might be my favorite part so far. I think it's really, really pretty. So I can't wait to work on this. So first thing tomorrow, I'm gonna start working on this. Um, and I'm really glad I decided to do this year because so far there isn't any repetitive patterns. I remember one year they had a lot of repeating patterns. That was really pretty too, but I don't think I don't think I would have enjoyed stitching it to be honest. But I saw some people working on it and it looked really pretty. So if you did that, I think you're amazing. I don't think I have the patience for it. But if you want to start this now, I think you could totally catch up. For each part, I think it took about 4 to 5 days, like a couple of hours a day, maybe like hour and a half. Um, so yeah, I think you could totally catch up. So I'll come back tomorrow with some more progress. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I haven't worked on my ornament yet, but I'm going to. So maybe I'll try to show that as well. So I'll see you tomorrow. I wanted to come on here real quick to talk to you about memory threads. Some people had some questions about it, and people had asked me the same questions last year. So the question was, what is it? Where can I find it? And how do I use it? And it's pretty simple. So here I have some memory threads by DMC in all of the colors that I have. I'm sure there are more colors. I know I'm missing like a dark pink and a white color. So memory thread is this thread with like a very thin wire inside of it. So that helps to keep whatever shape you make out of it. So you can make anything. It's like colored wires, but with a thin layer of fabric covering it. So I just made a heart and it's holding the shape really well. And you would stitch this on to whatever project that you're working on. So if you look at my recent finish, like her hair, the curls are still intact. It's not uncurling. And like the swirls on her hair, and it is stitched down to the paper, but even without it, unless you pull it, it's not gonna get loose or lose its shape. So let me show you with the black again. So I made it real quick, so it's not as smooth, but you get the idea. So that's what memory thread basically is and how you use it. You just work it and shape whatever form out of it with your fingers, and it's really easy. You don't need pliers or anything like that. And the other question was, where do I find it? So, to be honest, I'm not really sure if I got the right information, but I heard a couple of years ago that they were going to discontinue making these, that these weren't going to be available anymore to purchase. So this was right after I bought a bunch of Brooks Books designs, and I knew her designs called for a lot of these in all kinds of colors. So I bought as many as I could online, like from 123 Stitch and other places, but mainly from 123 Stitch. And I checked 123 Stitch last night and they still have them, but I don't think they have all of the colors. I think they used to carry more colors because I bought these, but you could also still find some from Amazon, and I saw a couple of people selling them on eBay. So I don't know if DMC actually did discontinue them, but I think it's definitely a lot harder to find. But you can always replace them with other materials. You can use colored wires from the craft stores. They usually comes in different gauges, and I think the memory threads are about 20 gauge, but I think you could go up to 18. But I wouldn't go down to 22 gauge or up to 16 gauge because I think 16 gauge might be a little too thick and it might be even a little heavy to be on perforated paper, and 22 gauge might be too thin. Unless you twist it with a couple of the 22 gauge wires and have that really pretty twisted rope look, I think that might actually look really pretty. And the colored wires are usually shiny, so if you want like a matte finish, maybe you could spray it with like a matte finish spray paint in a clear color. That could be an option, or any color actually. You can just get copper wires and just spray it with whatever color, and you can actually make your own colors, so that would be really cool actually. But if you do that, I would suggest making the shapes first and then spray paint it, because if you spray paint it first and then work the metal, I think it might peel off. So yeah, I hope that kind of answered some of your questions. I really like working with memory threads. I think it's a real nice touch. So if you have any more questions about memory threads, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try to answer them. So since it's the first day of the month, I worked on my Linen and Threads mystery cell. So this is how much I got done. And this month's part is very large compared to the other parts. Or maybe it just feels like that because it's just one motif. Because the other parts had several smaller motifs in it. But I feel like there are more stitches in this one. I might be wrong, but it's so complex looking and very elaborate. So this is the part that I worked on today, and it's like this top flower, I guess. So that's all I worked on today, and I'm gonna have this out in my whip rotation until I finish it, so you'll be seeing this one a lot more this week. And then I also worked on my cat lovers, and I got page 2 finished. So this was part 1, and down here is part 2. And later when I work on this again, I'll work on page 3, which I think is the bottom here. So this is a very pretty chart. I really like it, but I think it's going a little slow because even though there are only a handful of colors, I think it only calls for 7 different colors. I need to change my needle more often. It's not like confetti or anything, but because I don't want to carry over my threads. And I find it a little harder to park beforehand on this project because it requires me to count a lot more than my other projects. And I feel like that causes me to make more mistakes. So I think that's why this is taking a lot longer than my other projects, even though it looks pretty simple. But I still really like it. I think it's a beautiful chart. I could see myself hanging this piece in my bedroom. So yeah, and then I haven't worked on Christmas Star Angel today, but I think I'll try to put in some stitches before bed. I think I'm like in this mood where I just want to work on perforated paper projects. So I think I'll work on this a little bit tonight. And then yesterday I put in like 20 stitches in Oliver. I don't think I showed you this. So here it is. And I also worked on a little bit on my ornament, but I think I want to make a separate finishing video of that, so I won't talk about that here. Maybe I'll show it once I get it done, but yeah, I'm gonna try to make a separate finishing video of it. So I think that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. I just realized that yesterday was April Fool's. Let me know if you pulled any pranks on someone. I've never done anything because it was April Fool's, but I did once painted my brother's toenails in red when he was sleeping on like a regular school day, and he was not happy when he woke up. I think he was 11 and I was 15. So, if you have any funny stories, let me know in the comments. It's always really fun to read your stories. So, so like I said in my yesterday's clip, I did ended up stitching on Christmas Star, and I think I got a good portion done. So I finished her whole arm, and also on this side, I still have some stitches left to do with the Krennic on this side, but I really love the Krennics that are in this, her hair, but also on her sleeves. So the Krennic used in her sleeves looks like this. It's like the other black one, but with purple and blue, and it's really pretty. And there's also silver and gold here, but let me show you what the purple and blue Krennic looks like. So this is what it looks like. It's very pretty. You could definitely see the purple and the blue. So usually I like to stitch all of the DMC first and then work on Krennic, but I wanted to carry my thread and have it tucked in under or be stitched over by the other stitches. So I did the Krennic first. I think you could see the carried over threads behind the paper. So yeah, I think I'll work on this later, but I want to first work on either my Linen and Threads Mystery Cell or my Village of Hawkhorn Hollow. And for my Village of Hawkhorn Hollow, I need to start filling in this whole bottom section. So yeah, and also the feet on the birds and also their beaks. So I'll be starting with that today. So it's been 2 hours since I last talked to you, and I've been working on my Village of Hawkhorn Hollow. It's going really well. I finished the birds, their legs and their beaks. So this one too. And I'm right now in the middle of filling in the grass. It's just filling in with this one color. So I think this might take a couple of days. But oh, I also finished the stair steps in front of the door. So yeah, I'm just gonna spend some time filling in this whole area with this one color. Um, and because this is like really tiny stitches, I'm gonna have to go back and forth with my Christmas Star Angel because I wanna like give my eyes a break once in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope everyone is safe and doing well. I've been trying to post more often, so I hope you are enjoying my videos. Let me know if you have any questions and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.